up, guys, and welcome to our Kids Edition. I'm your host, LaurenOlivia, and I'm super excited because it's season 4, week 3. So this is exciting because we just kicked off season 4, and I can't wait to see how this season is going, especially because we have an exciting guest for this week. So here's the agenda. So this week's topic is Law Enforcement 2.0 running for office. Our guest speaker is VIP. It's a special guest. You're going to have to stay tuned in to find out. Closing remarks will be featuring our Kids Edition panel and our guests. And the sponsor is The Color of Life. So here's our Kids Edition panel. We have Ava B., our co-host. We have Elizabeth Kennedy. And we have me, your host, LaurenOlivia. So without further ado, here's our special guest. So his name is Captain Sam Hayes. Let's give him a warm Our Kids Edition welcome. Hi.
Hello.
So thank you so much for coming on to the show today. I'm really excited to be asking some questions, and I'm sure my co-hosts are too.
Let's go.
So now, without further ado, I'm handing the mic over to Elizabeth.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Kennedy's Corner. And today, we'll be sharing some facts about Mr. Sam Hayes. His favorite color is blue. His favorite food is soul food. His favorite car is a Shelby's Mustang. And his favorite cereal is Frosted Flakes.
Woohoo!
I have to agree with that. Blue is a top color.
Now I'm handing the mic over to Lauren.
So this is today's focus. So law enforcement and running for office. So as we know, you're running for office. So we have parents, and my question to you is, why should we have our parents vote for you?
Good question. Well, first start off, I'm a guy. I want to take office so I can be that guy to put protection back into the neighborhoods. I want to get into the neighborhoods to help the public deal with the issues, to help the community deal with the issues they have. And that if that has to do with reports for services for crimes, speeding, or any incidents that's happening in your community, I want to be the constable's office. Not only will I deal with the civil process, I want to get in the community and deal with the law enforcement side to help protect you guys.
Slay! So when you say you're going to help people, who do you talk to make all of this happen?
Well, I try to talk to everyone in the community, everyone that's involved. I try to talk to them, and I talk to them and try to convince them with the best of my ability that, hey, I am that guy to come in and provide a service that I feel like is very needed in our community.
Okay, so when you talk to people, who's the most memorable person you talk to?
Well, believe it or not, I've met a few celebrities.
Ooh.
I have within this in my campaign. I've met celebrities, and all folks are pretty much, once they get engaged and they're in a conversation, everybody's kind of somewhat important to me because everybody brings something different, and so it could be somebody that's just really hyped upon helping with the community and on the same page with me, and they're memorable. I mean, there are somebody that I'm like, hey, I remember that person because for whatever reason we were on the same vibe. So
you have my vote, guarantee you.
All right. That's what I appreciate that.
So thank you so much for doing today's focus, and now it's time to break the ice. So this is a kids talk show, and what we like to do is have fun because we're kids. So without further ado, it is game time. So this is Would You Rather. So pretty much you have 1 minute to answer all these questions, and I think you can do it because it goes by really quick. So we're each going to ask you the questions.
Okay.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Mullet or perm?
Mullet or perm? Both.
Spider-Man or Batman?
Spider-Man.
And then my final question, read minds or move things with your mind?
I would say move things with my mind.
Okay. So now I'm handing the mic over to Elizabeth.
10 minutes early or 20 minutes late?
10 minutes early.
Sprite or Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola.
Food or water balloon fight?
I would go with the water balloon.
Now I'm handing the mic over to Ava.
No thumb or an extra toe?
No thumb or extra toe. I would go with the extra toe.
Have a photographic memory or a high IQ?
A high IQ.
Grammys or Oscars?
Grammys, maybe?
Well, thank you for answering all of our questions for Would You Rather. And now we're moving on to the segment of May.
Okay.
So this is Kids Point of View featuring me. And I would just like to say that our Kids Edition would like to encourage kids around the world to get involved in understanding politics. We are using our platform to help kids understand the value of exploring and experiencing new interests. We suggest kids talk to your parents, teachers, family, and friends about different causes that make a difference in the world and your communities. Kids have an opinion about who will represent their community, simply from a kid's point of view.
That's true, Ava. That's always true. So now it's time for Take the Mic. It's where our Kids Edition panel will ask questions to our guests. So I'm going to go first. So my first question to you is, you help many people daily. So how does it feel to have such an impact as a police officer?
Well, it's just a good feeling to help serve the community and do some good things and be there for people that fall victim, just to be there to be able to help them and look back at it and like, hey, I made a difference in that person's life.
That's true. And then my next question to you is, how do you manage your free time as an officer? Because you always have to be on the clock.
Well, that is true. To some degree, you're never off duty because you took an O2 respond in case of a situation. But I do my best to try to get some type of happy medium where I deal with law enforcement, and when I have the opportunity just to relax and deal with family and friends, then I do that. It's not it's not just focus. You have to have a getaway, so it's not just focus all the whole time is being the police. You got to have that downtime.
So when you have fun, right? What's like your dream thing that you've always wanted to do?
Dream thing that I always wanted to do. That is a good question. I guess the best way to answer that is to be all I could be in the profession in the profession I'm in. To be great at what I do, and to lead a law enforcement office.
Okay. Hey, my dream is to be the next Oprah, so I can agree with you right there.
Oprah, that's money. I am not mad at you.
You get a car.
Yeah, I want a car.
I got
Shelby.
I'll give you a Shelby Mustang. I won't forget.
I remember that.
And then my final question to you is, is there certain time in a year where your job becomes easier or becomes more challenging? Why or why not?
Both. So there are times that it's easy because of my knowledge. But sometimes when you're dealing with other people, sometimes it can get a little challenging. So you have to adapt. So it just depends.
So during Christmas time, does it become like more challenging, or does that become more easier?
Well, everything is on high alert for Christmas. From getting presents to making everybody happy to trying to get off to just spending time with family. So it can be a little challenging that time during Christmas time, but that's the time of year where family is really important. And so you need to make the best decision you can for family and friends.
Okay, and then another question, how do y'all help people during the holiday season?
Oh, holiday season, a lot of things go on. You have the people that buy gifts and try to have gifts to share with their families, and then you have people that steal gifts and just take them and break the law and trying to get money to do whatever. So during those seasons, crime is usually up because you have the folks that are working, shopping, and doing their thing. More people are out, and then you have people that's out there committing crimes because of the season. More opportunity, and those are we get more involved in making arrests and dealing with those guys.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions. And now I'm handing the mic over to Elizabeth.
Okay, hi, it's me
again.
And my first question to you is, when you were a kid, what did you say you wanted to be when you grew up?
A police officer or a pilot.
Oh, so you had your dream already planned
Police
out.
officer or pilot. Yeah, so I ended up being a police officer.
And my second and final question is, why do you think you would be a great constable for Fort Bend?
Because I have all the knowledge of making Fort Bend and my precinct that I'm running for too, the best precinct in the county because of the service that me and my deputies will provide to make sure everybody's safe, to make sure we get in these school zones that y'all attend, to get, just to get in your community when y'all dealing with issues where y'all could call us and say, hey, there's the constable's office. We can reach out to them and we would be there to deal with any situation y'all have. Like I said, just be there for that community to make sure that y'all are taken care of. And not to harass, but to help.
Well, thank you for answering both of my questions, and I'll make sure to keep that in mind so I can tell my mom and so she can make sure to vote for you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now I'm handing the mic over to Ava.
So these are my questions to you. My first question would be, what are some challenges that you think you might face while running for office and why?
Well, the biggest challenge would be getting folks involved and getting them to know that I am the best person to serve our community. To convince them that I am the guy that's going to be there for them when they're in need, and just the best person to get in the community and just shine where they know, hey, Captain Hayes, Constable Hayes, he's on top. He is really taking care of his business in precinct, our precinct.
You got some great goals. I'm with it. I'm just saying.
Yes.
So my second question, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, thank you.
You're welcome. My second question to you is, why did you choose law enforcement as your career?
I could tell you since I was a kid, probably about your age, I've always wanted to be either a cowboy or a police officer. So,
a cowboy?
Yeah, well, that was kind of like the thing, the cowboy, police officer. We played cowboys and Indians back in my day, and the police side of me, I've always wanted to be the police. I've always wanted to be a law enforcement officer.
Well, thank you for answering all of my questions. And now I'm going to hand the mic back over to Lauren.
So I have one more question. So you know how in politics they have their slogan for their campaign? What's your campaign slogan?
You deserve the best. We deserve the best.
Ooh, that's a good one.
We deserve the best. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Can't beat that, right?
Nope.
All right. And we do. We deserve the best.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So finally, it's closing remarks. So thank you to my co-hosts, Elizabeth and Ava, for those amazing questions. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and thank you to our wonderful guests. So how do you think the show went? I think it's great. Get to enjoy these good questions and speak with y'all about y'all have some pretty good questions too. So, hey, I had a great time. You see us on TV one day, we'll be like, oh, hey, remember Oprah? That Shelby GT 500. So thank you so much for coming on to our show. And this is where we do our guest spotlight. So what's upcoming with you?
Well, I will be posting a few places that I'm going to attend, and it's business like always, just getting out there. Again, is convincing folks in the community that I am the best guy for their community, and that's basically it. And knowing and letting them know exactly, what my goals are, what I'm trying to accomplish. So it's just getting out there and making folks understand that, hey, this is the guy to make it happen.
How can we help you? Because I want to make sure you end up in the seats.
Right. Now I asked that question. I have you block walking with me.
Well, I will definitely tell a lot of my friends to tell their parents so they can vote for you because we need a seat. We need you there.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So this is our season 4 sponsor. It's The Color of Life. So tune in, tell a kid, and tell your parents. The Color of Life Youth Center is an emerging non-profit organization established in 2009. Our sole and primary purpose is to serve and foster at-risk youth in low economic communities by providing permanent programs and activities. www.coloroflifeyouth.org www.coloroflifeyouth.org. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and comment down below to our show. Send us your 1-minute video to our Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok explaining why you think you would be an excellent guest host. And go to our website, www.ourkidsedition.com www.ourkidsedition.com to see some merch. So we have the shirts. As you can see, we have the shirt right here. We have the hats. We have the water bottles. We have pins, notebooks, mugs, whatever you can think of, we have. So if I was you, I would go to our website. And yes, it's on sale. So be one of the first people to get it because it's going to sell out and I want to get it. I definitely would want to get it if I was you. So make sure you go to our website. And a reminder is www.ourkidsedition.com www.ourkidsedition.com. So signing off until next week from Elizabeth, Ava, and me, your host, LaurenOlivia. Hasta la vista, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Technically, you would have a higher. Couldn't you have like a higher IQ?
That's what I'm saying. Because if
couldn't you have a higher IQ than the higher IQ? If that makes sense.
No, photographic memory saves lives because you remember everything. Like if you want to be, what's the thing called? A doctor, right? If you want to be a doctor, you just like can read everything and then you'll remember. So that makes your IQ higher, and plus you're gonna be at the top of your class most likely.
Technically, you could be like 6 and be in college if you had a photographic memory.
That's true.
Just saying.
Smart like that.
Saying.